Now let's take a look at the quotient identities. I've seen some texts just call these the tangent and cotangent identities, but they're called the quotient identities because quotient means fraction, and they are equal to, tangent is equal to the fraction sine divided by cosine. I know quotient means divide, but whenever I see quotient, I think, okay, it's going to be a fraction. It has a numerator and a denominator. Okay, so tangent of theta, we know from earlier, is equal to y divided by x. Well, remember, y is sine and x is cosine. So, on the unit circle. So, tangent is equal to sine over cosine. In the same respect, cotangent is equal to cosine of theta divided by sine of theta. So what that means is, how could we use these identities? If you were given a problem and the problem said, let sine of theta equal negative 1/2 and cosine of theta equal positive square root of 3 over 2. Find the exact values of tangent of theta and cotangent of theta. So we don't have to know what x, y, and r are equal to in order to work this problem. We can just use the quotient identities. Tangent of theta is equal to sine of theta divided by cosine of theta. So that's negative 1/2 divided by square root of 3 over 2. So you want to take your fraction in the denominator, flip and multiply. So that'll be negative 1/2 times 2 over the square root of 3. So we have to flip the fraction. Alright, so that's going to give us negative 1 over the square root of 3. When we rationalize here, that gives us negative square root of 3 over 3. Alright, very similarly, we can work the cotangent of theta. Now, we can find the cotangent of theta one of two ways now. We could either use the quotient identities, or we could use the reciprocal identities. Okay, because cotangent is 1 divided by tangent of theta. So that means that I could just take the reciprocal of what I get for tangent. And I could do that anywhere in the problem. Like you see right here where before I rationalized, I could take that part right there, and since cotangent is equal to 1 divided by tangent, or the reciprocal, I could take this and flip it over, and that would mean that cotangent of theta is equal to negative square root of 3. So that's one way you could do that. If you want to use the quotient identities, since that's what we're covering here, then we'll say, okay, that's cosine of theta divided by sine of theta. So that's square root of 3 over 2 divided by negative 1/2. Flip and multiply, and you'll get square root of 3 over 2 times negative 2 over 1. The 2's cancel out, and that leaves you with negative square root of 3.